Oh man, I got something for you. I got something for you today. Welcome, shout out, welcome, man. This is episode 31 of the Wealthy Sibling Podcast, and I'm your host, Marcel, known as the Wealth Mentor, founder and CEO of Griffin Speaks. Because when I speak, you need to listen, especially when we talk about building our communities, changing our families' money story as always, and becoming wealthy siblings, and for the young ones, wealthy mentees. Let's get to it. All right, so as you know, we've molded this into one of my favorite segments, my new segment. We got to get this. We got to get straight to the business. For all my investors, you already know what time it is. The investors' insight, my market insight. So before we talk about before we talk about $1 billion moves in the culture, let's talk about what's actually moving in the market and how I'm positioned inside of it. And I'm still in this position to this day, just so you know. Same as last week's show. But the market right now, and this is a synopsis, the market right now is being driven by a lot of mixed signals, especially in my opinion. There's geopolitical things like, bro, why are we at war or supposedly having issues with a Middle Eastern country called Iran? Why are we doing that for whatever the supposed reasons they saying they doing that? It's affecting oil, but we there for a different reason, you know. And then major tech companies are investing heavy, again, in artificial intelligence. Excuse me, y'all. AI will continue to be, the forefront of the race until a new dong and pony show comes about, right? That's just the truth. But a lot of what is happening because of this, there's high hopes and high potential that we don't have worldly conflict issues, the war in Iran, and we can keep going on about dealing with the other problems that we got, which is, bro, we have a lot of debt. What do we do with it? And how do we move in this new day and age to make some money? Like, how do you expect us to do that? And then, you throwing on issues with other people, right? So it's a lot of short term pressure on margins because people, now that people are, well, so like I was just in that mode of entrepreneurs and new investors who woke into this thing called the market in like 2020. So now there's an influx of mix of millennials and Gen Zs. They trying to get in the market. So it's a lot of short term pressure on margins. And margins is, in layman's terms, hey bro, let me borrow $5,000 so I go make this play. That's essentially what margins is. Now, those are people who, in my opinion, they may not be trying to grow wealth. They're trying to flip a dollar. Now, investors, we long term it. And even investors are being influenced by like the sentiment in the headlines, the expectations. Like uh the last Fed chair recently just spoke about supposedly keeping an involvement, not his position, an involvement in the Fed's economy. But what does that mean? Is the new chair going to cut rates? Usually, when they cut rates, it's positive towards investors. They say, "Oh, okay, we're getting a rate cut to try to slow or mitigate inflation." Basically, hey, bro, I need you to find some way to slow down this market so we can get to doing what we got to do. Now, top 5 stocks that I impacted or that is impacting the market is Tesla, because you have the soon to be, if not already, trillionaire Elon Musk. You have Microsoft and their uncoupling, what do I call this? Uncoupling possibly from OpenAI, which is still suspected to be one of the biggest IPOs out here, at least top 5. Then you got Amazon, who's moving not only on the possible AI front, because there were talks about them teaming up with AI and them still moving towards like agriculture. So the grocery stores. Meta, who is, of course, part owner of, or not part, but owner of Instagram and their impact towards the market, and of course, being one of the I guess big seven or big 10 as far as big names. And then Intel's getting its name back in the market on we're still going to be America's chip company, right? So it's chip and AI repositioning, and I'm pretty sure that they still had some some supposed governmental support on, backing from funding wise with deals and other things on them being a source for chip making and chip use. Now, for those of us who are investors and traders, top three global causes: interest rates, tightening liquidity, AI global investment rates always, and then energy and geopolitical instability. All right, what does that mean? We don't know what's going to happen with the war, and we don't know if oil/energy prices are going to go up or down, and how is every city, every economy going to be impacted by that, right? Now, ironically, when we talk about energy, one of well, the current play that I'm in is Eaton. I'm in a put for Eaton at this moment. That does not mean that Eaton will stay in this put, but over the last week, if you go to the daily, let's see if I can pull this up for y'all real quick. Give me 1 second. Because I'll actually show you. I've told you this publicly. Um, the way I trade is moving averages and trend lines, along with reading the candlesticks. As far as is it confirming the direction? So let's see if I can pull this up. Is this Eaton? This is Eaton. You guys are lucky. Okay. So you should be able to see this. This is the 4-hour chart. This isn't even the daily. Now, on the daily, let's see if you're able to see this. Actually, glad I came back when I able to see this. So, on the daily, and this is last week, and I believe the 21st, 20th, literally. Okay. So, from the 20th to the 23rd, we went from 407 to 430. It's an amazing move if you caught it. $25 move. And we went from opening at 30 to the high of 432 from the 24th to the 27th. And even though this is a green candle, that just means that the close, it closed at 410. And its high was bigger than the previous low. So they made it a positive candle. But the overall direction, especially if you get more than 2 candles, 4 candles is my confirmation of direction. And this is a daily. So this is 4 whole days. These ain't even hours. You got 4 whole days of the overall stock moving downward. There's a form of confirmation. Now, if you go to hourly, even on a 4-hour blimp, there you go. 26 was the largest drop, but you still getting confirmation even from the 24th that a direction is changing. You're still getting confirmation that a direction is changing by the 26th after hours. Red candle, red candle. It's a 4 hour time frame. And from the 27th on opening to 11 a.m., it dropped. Never regained position. And the only way you were going to be able to confirm whether or not this was a momentary thing was on, that's after hours. It's in military time, 1800. It's, honestly, by 3 o'clock, if, yeah, if after hours we wasn't continuously going in that direction and it never opened, let's see, yep, and it never broke back above its high on that day from 11 a.m. or from 3 o'clock closing, their high was 418. Never broke 418. I know this candle right here looks like it, but it's actual, well, it never held its high, I should say, by the next day, because it closed at 416. Now, the stock is an energy stock specifically. So Eaton is a global power management company operating across electrical systems, aerospace, energy infrastructure, plays critical role in the EV. So like this is one of the ones who is the play that's going to be backing movers like Tesla, like Rivian. And man, I'll never forget. I might put that in. I don't know. I might put it in a news article on companies I kind of wish I just would have invested in uh, privately anyway. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Rivian one day. I want to talk about Rivian one day. But that's what Eaton is, right? Now, my plan in general, it's not about hype. This is infrastructure. And I'm investing in what the world needs, not what's trending. Now, the direction of my actual play is for the time being. I see more negative things that are going to impact the market right now versus the long-term outlook. Because I'm only in it till June, and my play expires in June 5th, June 18th. But I definitely see this being a play that we'll revisit even on the other side of the coin. And talking about coins on the other side of the chip, I should say, your boy Nas then did his own play, and it's officially opened up a casino. You hear me? Like he officially opened up a casino and became part owner. So New York City has been expanding like opportunities, what they call like opportunity zones for downstate casino licensings, opening the door for major investors. One of those investors is your boy Nas. You feel me? Good old Nasir. You feel me? Developing and cultural figures to participate in large scale entertainment, hip hop icon. And to me, he's my favorite rapper. A lot of people do the whole Jay-Z thing. Nas is my favorite rapper. I am a lyricist. I've always been a fan of old school hip hop and always been a fan of how Nas raps. EMPD, um, his song on Judas and Black Messiah soundtrack, like that's my boy. And to see that he is also a true entrepreneur. Like even when I started to hear his investment in like Ring, right, which is the one of it became a household name, and you never know with these private investing, angel investing type of plays. Is we're not talking about publicly owned companies where you already could see where the possible potential is in like a Walmart, in like an Amazon. You could watch it in real time while you publicly invest in it. With Ring, it's sort of like, all right, the business seems to be improving on what we already need, which is security, household security for break-ins. And how is it better than all the competitors that we already have? So it's just those type of things. But of course, people have been going to casino for years, just like people have been going to strip clubs for years. I'm just being honest with you. People have been going to places of entertainment forever, and I don't think they'll stop. So why not have a part of it, the ecosystem that already exists in society? Black people need to be a part of, need to be a part, play a part, and have ownership as a part of the ecosystem that already exists before we even decide, and we probably should positively decide to build our own ecosystem. But what's here, take a shot at owning it. And that's what Nas is doing. Right. And the casino is not just about gambling. Like a lot of people think that, oh, it's, you're just betting your money. No. They are a full-scale economic ecosystem that generates revenues through hotels, restaurants, entertainment spaces from ticket sales and otherwise, and events, and often become what they call anchor developments that drive long-term city growth. Imagine me being a black man say, hey, bro, and so crazy. They had this opportunity, even in Chicago, in the city. And I couldn't get to, and those are one of those things to where, like, you have to decide, is it worth it to even see about the opportunity in the long run? You have to have a long run vision for those who want to be wealthy. People who are wealthy have a long term vision. Um, and to be involved like early is key, right? And he's positioning himself as a to be mogul, right? So he's not just investing in a casino; he's investing in that ecosystem. And this is also real estate. This counts as real estate. You can write this off as a part of your tax return. It's also entertainment and it's cash flow all in one. Literally, real estate, entertainment space, cash flow. Almost what better investment besides me being in the market what I really want? I could put money on unless society changes drastically in the next 20 years. I'm more than likely is going to possibly recoup my investment on this casino. Now, can any business fail? Yes. I cannot say that I'm going to be the wealthy sibling in my family and I tell you that any business you invest in, public, private, startup, has a possibility of failing. That's life. But you got some insurances from already established places. I haven't heard them into casinos, especially if they place right on the main street, main strip, going under, bro. It's just the truth. Now, recap: casinos, recurring revenue business. It's real estate, entertainment, powerful combination for your boy Nas, which I think is dope. It's early position. So, would you invest in a casino if you had the opportunity? Me? Yes. Is this a risky move or is it smart long term play? Type it in the comments. And if you think, and if you're thinking small investments or big systems, let me know. Big money man is systems, not one time plays. Market otherwise. It's the truth. Now let's talk about the global move that if you are into building a brand, building opportunity, building cultural statements, and building fire apparel, you need to go holler at Daymond John. He's done it more than once, and not just with football. Shout out to football. I was alive and around to be a part of the era because football was still hot in 2001. It's about 2005, slightly about 2007, where you could find football shoes. And I had me some football shoes for sure. and I was not ashamed of my FUBU shoes. And to when people tried to jack me for my FUBU shoes, but I wasn't going. But Daymond John, he built FUBU into a global brand, generating billions in revenues. Started with limited resources. His backstory is, bro, I ain't had too much but $1 to my name. My own personal investors with my co-founders, and what he probably, I believe he said this in a few interviews, a lucky shot with getting staple celebrities like LL Cool J to wear my apparel. L Michael Jackson at the almost every part of his career, the height of Michael, put on FUBU. Now, a lot of people like, well, what good are celebrities going to do if they're only pinching to celebrity? Each eyeball is going to at least see the sigil, see the logo, and be like, hey, yo, Mike rocking FUBU, Michael Jackson? I probably need to go see what this about. For the one time, one sale from a person who is just trying this out, and a million people try it out for the one time, how many dollars is that? Now, if I sold you a t-shirt for $1 and a million people wanted to try it for one time, it's $1 million in revenue. Would I probably in price it for the shirt, even in 05, $20, that's a good chunk of change. Cost 10, 20 mil. Come on, man. I'm telling you. But that's the point. And as an entrepreneur, you keep evolving. That's what we're doing. So what did Daymond John do? He gave a space for entrepreneurs to have an opportunity to meet with the best of the best and create a place for us to pitch our ideas. Because we believe that we the next football. We believe that we, you know what I'm saying, we're the next lovable, right? We believe we're the next ring, you know, TikTok. We just need a place to shoot our shot. To say, hey, do you as a multimillionaire who has money to spare, can you give us a shot? Daymond John is the reason you got Shark Tank. Literally. Every entrepreneur, including me, thank you, Daymond John, for creating Shark Tank. Because I learned so much as a business person from watching Shark Tank. It's ridiculous. Shout out to Crown Skins too. Seen him at the Wealth Summit with Ross Mack, but the founder of Crown Skins actually went on Shark Tank, and I will be watching this episode. But giving people who look like me, who have a mission and support just like him, an opportunity to say, hey, these are the cells that I have. This is what I believe that it can do, not just for the culture, but for people who want to have healthier skin, hygienics, hygienes, Crown Skin. And I think that that's dope. And the visibility, right? And people who are wealthy, they don't always have the ability to look down. And Shark Tank gives you the opportunity to get the light to say, hey, have you thought about Crown Skins and what they can do for a market of people who are looking to change their quality of health, uh, how they treat their skin, their melanin, right? And for all purposes, like how do people prosper and look glamorous and enjoy it and be healthy for you, right? Or healthier, right? Versus alternative products. So things like that. And now, did he wait for capital just as far as Daymond John? No, he created it. He turned culture into ownership. So my question to you, what would you build if you had to start today? And then are you waiting on an opportunity or are you creating it? You let me know. Now, your situation don't have to define you. I spoke about this in one of my recent keynotes. The situation don't have to define your dream where you are right now. It's just your circumstance. But it's not the end all be all. What's your strategy? And your strategy does. So, as we talked about today, the market rewards people who understand what's going on. The culture rewards 10 times fold when you own something. And your business rewards discipline. Nothing else. So with that being said, if you want to learn how to do moves like this, how to invest in the market in real time, or for me to come to your school, hit the link, man. Hit the link. Follow me and contact me at www.griffinspeaks.com, and we'll get it together.